Hello everyone, welcome again. This is Topper here, and this is going to be a new series that I'm starting. I'm going to be breaking down my performance during the week and how I did what I did, and the reason why I did what I did, and what actually was going through my mind when I was taking the trade. If I was break even, if I stop loss, and if I hit full tip, if I hit it to full tip. So this week personally, I had a lot of winning trade, but I didn't hold. Like I didn't hold for my winning trades. Like I was in a place mentally because of fasting and everything. I wasn't really, so trading was good. I had my journey on my trading journey right now is very, very good. I'm having amazing and extraordinary results. It's just I'm just one more step closer to where I want to be, and yeah, I keep growing along the line. So let's start from Xauusd. This is the Xauusd chart. And last week on Friday, before market closed, I was anticipating that Trump was going to bomb Iran and everything. So I entered here. When I entered here, market was about to close like 10. So I entered this position. When I entered this position, the market closed and the bombing happened, and price came all the way here. So when price came all the way here, I had this resistance on the higher time frame marked out. This resistance here, I had it marked out on the higher time frame. So when price came all the way here, and I saw this selling pattern is forming, I just got out of the situation and I was able to cast like a 1 to 6 on that particular trade. And another trade that I got to, that was for Monday. And on Tuesday, I got into this particular trade using my gap strategy. The gap strategy is just the opening range gap of anything. I thought that on my listen, I'm going to break it down more on my YouTube. So when I upload it, you understand. So this is the gap strategy. Basically, like gold right now is opening with gap and everything. So when gold opens with a gap and I see a buying rejection from around there, I'm going to be taking the buying rejection. So this was what happened. We opened, and during age, I was able to enter this position and I got out around there. And the reason why I got out around there was that I wasn't like I was price was at this breakout block here. This is a breakout block around this area in particular. This is a breakout block around this area in particular. So that was the reason why I got out around that area. And when I got out, because this is fasting, we're doing during Ramadan, I missed a lot of trade because I trade during Asia when I have energy, and during London and New York, I don't really have energy like that. So I missed a lot of trade that happened during that time. And one thing about trading is psychology. If your energy is not right, you can't force trade. I'm in a place right now where my strategy is perfect. I know exactly what I'm doing, so I'm not forcing trade, but I'm missing out on a lot of trade because I just tell myself I know how to stop myself from making a lot of mistakes. So Ramadan is going to finish now, and I'm going to get back to what I'm doing. So this happened, and I missed this trade, and this was a good setup for me because this is the gap here, and when price get back into that place, it gave me a confirmation and everything. But I didn't take it because I was not mentally. I was sleeping I was sleeping when it happened. I was sleeping during London. You can see it happened 3 a.m. That's like London section. So I was sleeping when it happened. And you know something about trading. When you miss a particular trade, you cannot be chasing that trade, because if you are chasing it now you are forcing it. So I've gotten to a place in my trading career where when I miss a trade, I just don't force it. I just allow it, because I have the ability to catch another trade. I like before I used to be like, like I'm going to build a house, or I'm going to buy just one trade is going to make my dream come true. But what I realize in the space that I am right now is that I have the ability to have a winning trade every single day. So if I lose a trade, I'm not really worried about it. So I'm not really worried about it. So I didn't take a trade during today. I didn't trade a trade after that day. I waited for the second day, and the second day, which is okay. So the second day, this is the second day right here. This gap right here opened on the second day, and I didn't also take that gap as well because price did not get back into that gap. And there's one thing that I've learned that I've learned again is that whatever price, because this is the strategy that I'm mastering myself. Nobody taught me this gap. It's something that I'm seeing in the market myself, and I'm just studying. And I've been making a lot of money with this particular strategy. So what I noticed is that this open whenever there is a gap in the market. Let me mark that gap with the way I mark it with the yellow field. So whenever there's a gap in the market and there happens to be an order block right on top of it, that order block is going to respect price, and price is not going to get there. So the order block, I would have taken a trade here, but because I'm still mastering the strategy, I didn't take the trade. So that's that on that particular trade. And on Wednesday, so this was the whole price action for the day. So I didn't get into any trade on that particular day. So on Wednesday, what did I do on Wednesday? Did I forget something? Am I forgetting something? Am I forgetting something? I think I forgot exactly what I did on Wednesday, because we also had a gap opening on Wednesday, but the price, like, look at what price did. Price was not able to. I think, okay. So this was what happened. I was inside a buy already. I was inside a buy already around here because I remember buying from here. I was inside a buy already around here because price was still reacting from this oil block. So during London noon, I took a buy from here, and the reason why I took this buy was because I had this in my confirmation, the confirmation that I use whenever I want to take. I had those confirmations, so I was really good. I had a bullish engulfing, I had weak rejection, so I took this trade and I held this trade. The market opened, gave me the gap, and I closed around here. So when I closed around here, I went to bed, and the market came, and we broke below here. So when the market was moving like this on Thursday, I initially entered, and that was a very stupid entry for me because I was having the fear of FOMO, like it's going to drop again about 5 to 10%. So I entered here. I didn't wait for my strategy to play. I didn't wait for a better setup. So when I entered and price was around there, I closed because that wasn't like I just told myself that was not a good trade. I should not be teaching myself trades like that. I am in a place where I have mastered myself. I'm not a new trader again, so I don't need to be chasing after price. I just need to wait for setup and everything. Like I said, if I miss a setup, I'm going to have another setup again. So that was what I did. I waited. I get out of the trade. I waited, and when the this thing when the second day when this thing opened, when market opened, we have another gap here. So basically, like, the gap is just what I enjoy trading most during Asia on go. So we had another gap here. But this happened funny, right? Because when we had another gap here, we have this rejection, this 15 minutes rejection around here. This 15 minutes rejection around here. So for this 15 minutes rejection, I put my stop loss here. That was a very dumb mistake for me. But it's not a dumb mistake because I learned something. Because right here we have another block. We have a break of structure, and we have the inducement here. I was seeing it, but I already entered the market when I was seeing it, so I just had to let it go, and it doesn't make sense for me to bring my stop here, so I had to accept the loss. So I entered on two trade. I entered on my 5k funded account, and I also entered on my own live account that I trade money. The one that I trade with my own personal money got stopped me out, and even the 5k stopped me out. But because I had enough leverage on the 5k funded, when market gave me this pattern again, I entered and I was able to catch a 1 to 3 on that Friday in particular. So this right here I was supposed to get into again because it gave me a confirmation and everything, but we had a light we had light out, and it was during like late New York. Fasting was already dealing with me, so I couldn't make a better decision. So yeah, I just let it go. But what I did was, when price came here, I got in around here in the market right here because I wanted to hold price because of the war, everything, and then I wanted to be in a trade before weekend so I could be a good captain. So I got inside and I was already up like a very good. I got in all my accounts, even the account that I'm trading for people. I got inside and I bought my stop to break even already on those trades. So I'm just waiting for market to open so that I can trade. I'm waiting for market to open so we can see tomorrow. We don't know because, like, Trump is doing very smart now. He's not bombing Iran when the market is open, so there will not be any crash in the market. He's only bombing Iran when the market is closed, and that's like a good thing for him, for the market. So the market is not going to crash heavy. But if that should happen, gold is going to open up with a very massive gap, and I'll be looking to make a very good amount off of that also. So that is it on gold. I took how many trades on gold? I took let me so this one right here was last week's trade. So let's say one, I took two here, and I had three here. This is four. This is four, but I was stopped out a little bit. So on gold, I was 4 for 4. Like, I was 4 for 4 on this gold. I could have made a lot of money, but I was 4 for 4 on gold. So that's okay because I got into this trade on the second attempt. I got in, so On gold, I had a perfect week on gold. I was 4 for 4 on gold, and the minimum of the trades that I take are 1 to 3. But sometimes I get in around 1 to 2 if I don't like. For example, around here I got in around 1 to 2, and I was right to get that around that 1 to 2. So I go 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and I think everything gave me like about 1 to 14 hour or something. So my account, my funded account itself was in a very very big. There was I made 4% on my funded account. So that is my record on gold, on trading gold this week. And let's get to GBP So GBP I actually kind of fucked up GBP today. I fucked up because on my live account, so I fucked up to the extent like when I was going to bed during Asia, before I go back to this thing, because I don't think I took any other trade on DJ again. This was the only trade that I was supposed to take, and I fucked it up because I closed the trade, and the trade later played out, and it was a very very dumb close. I wasn't ready to accept the loss because I felt like the market was going to go against me, and I wasn't really ready to affect the loss. It's just like trading from a place where you mix opportunity and you're trying to make the market back. Now you're trying to make a lot of decisions. Right now, I think I'm making a lot of progress in actually checking myself, in actually telling myself what's going on in my head whenever I want to take a trade, and I'm seeing that I'm doing some things. I actually now know how to communicate myself that okay, Tope, this is what you're feeling now. The reason why you're feeling this is because of the miss that you missed. So just check yourself. So this was what happened. Exactly what happened on good. Like I entered here, when markets broke this high, I knew price was going to be high, but I entered and I put my entry around here. My stop was below here. I entered on the 30-minute time frame. There's a particular order block on 30-minute time frame that I entered from. So this 30-minute time frame order block, that was the one I entered from. This one right here, that was the one I entered from. So as you can see, price came and stopped it out a little bit. So on my funded account, it stopped it out a little bit. But on my own personal account, I was able to adjust the stop loss to this low right here. So by adjusting the stop loss to this low, I was able to secure the money. But when I wake up during New York, price was around here, and I felt like I just had this feeling that price was going to stop me out, because it stopped all the rest of the trades out. So the bias on this was very very wrong, and the money that was inside my account also, I had something I wanted to do with it. So I had emotional attachment to that money. So I wasn't really really willing to lose that money yet. So that also played a huge impact in how I got out of this trade, and it ended up playing out. So I don't know. I think I have to punish myself for that, but it's just the same thing. I wasn't in a good place to lose that money. So that's that. So the other trades that I was supposed to take on this particular pair was on Thursday. This right here, we opened this gap. We opened the gap, and the gap pushed down, failed to close above here. So a bearish gap, and this happened while I was sleeping. Same thing during London, because I don't sleep. It's Ramadan. I don't sleep till like morning because I need to eat sahur or something. So I don't sleep till like 6. And most of the time that's when the market happened during London. GBPJP where I moved during London. So it happened. I couldn't get inside. And this I wanted to get inside, but something told me not to get inside, and I didn't get inside, and I was right. So sometimes I'll be right, sometimes I'll be wrong. But generally this week, what a week. The week was very very good, and you know, this is not to be proud or something, but I think I'm really, really making progress. Like when it comes to trading, I'm making a really, really I'm making a lot of progress, and yeah, I'm gonna get it. Like I have, one of the things that when you're doing something, you just feel it that you're going to be successful in it. Yeah, I'm going to be successful in it. I'm going to be successful in it. So this is another trade that was this area right here. I was supposed to take this buy from this area, but I didn't take it because I wasn't in my like it was during New York. During New York, especially when it's like 4 3, I'll be hungry, so I wouldn't want to make any decision from the place because I know my emotion is not stable. I'm not really focused and everything, and so it's just everything is just somehow. So I'm missing a lot of trade during Ramadan because like most of the time I'll just be on the couch resting because I'm so tired, and the move will happen without me, the confirmation and everything. So that actually pulling me down. But it's not like Ramadan is going to close soon. But the thing is that I'm just super happy about my progress in trading. very very happy about my progress in trading. I'm really really content with that. I hope I can keep this up. If I'm able to keep this up and I'm able to check myself, my profitability is very 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 near. I can feel it. I'm struggling a lot right now, struggling even financially. I'm struggling, but this is going to be like everything is going to make sense, because like my progress is very very good. Last week I had a very very amazing week. I had a profitable week, and even this week also I had a profitable week. So it's very very good. My strategy is working. I know how to trade now. It's just for me to convert it and have and take all the trades that I need to take to make it work. So I'm still working on that, and hopefully very soon I get that out of the way. I think that's the only thing stopping me from reaching my full potential right now, and I'm gonna get there. Like it's and coming into this year, I already saw the signs that the thing that is going to happen. So yeah, it's going to happen. So on USDJPY, what did I do on USDJPY? So on USDJPY, going back to the same bullshit, on USDJPY last week on Friday before market closing, I knew I was anticipating that Trump was going to bob around, so the dollar was going to be weak and everything. I was already in a buy from here from Thursday already, so I got out of my position around here, thinking the dollar was going to be weak because of the bomb and everything. But I was wrong about that, and I wasn't trying to chase any trade and everything. So on UJ, so after that, I took a loss on UJ, and the reason why I took the loss on UJ is that I had this break of structure, order block right here, and I feel like because dollar was strong, even during the war, dollar was strong and everything. So this was a good buy setup right here. So I took this buy. No, okay, this was where this was where I took the trade at this exactly this place. I took this buy right here because this is my playbook setup that I teach people. This is my SMC setup, and I don't take any trade without confirmation. So we have order block, we have break of structure here. After the break of structure, let me zoom it in so anybody that is here that wants to learn a strategy can also use that. So we have another block here. What is another block? Another block needs to be responsible for breaking structure, and it broke structure here, and we had this as our liquidity, as our structural liquidity that validate that other block. And you see, I teach my students all of this. This is the perfect setup. It just happened that the market did not respect it, so that was a loss. And you can see we end up buying again. So the market came, tap into it, and gave me like this rejection. After giving me this rejection, it came again, tapped into it, and gave this bullish engulfing candle. So I entered on the bullish engulfing candle, and it went straight to my stop loss. So some losses are going to just be losses. There's nothing you can do about it. So that was a loss for me, and I think that was my first loss on UJ. And after that, I didn't get into any position on UJ again. So that I took just one trade on UJ. I took two trades on the. I took one trade on GJ also that I lost, and I took four trades on gold. So on gold, I got stopped out on one, but I entered back, so it's technically not lost. So that's it. So and one more thing that I'm adding to my strategy, I'm trying to minimize the amount of trades that I take. Now I'm focusing just on four pairs: the gold, Gbpjpy, UJ, and crude oil because of the war. I'm still going to talk about the crude oil and how I fucked the crude up currently, monitoring that as well. So, and on a pair, I don't want. It's only gold that I think I can get up to like 5 to 4 trades. My maximum trades on gold is 5 trades, and on the other thing, my maximum per week is 3 trades. I'm not looking to take more than 3 trades on UJ. I'm not looking to take more than 3 trades on TJ. So this week I only took one trade on TJ and one trade on UJ. So like, and I took 4 trades on gold. So that's like 6 trades. All those 6 trades, I took two losses on the pairs, on the this and on the currency pairs, which I wasn't supposed to take. If I was in a better mental state, those were not losses that I was supposed to take, showing that I'm making really really progress. My progress is very very clear. I'm just not in a mental I'm just not in a good state mentally, so that's good. So that's that. And the last thing that I did is that I wanted to. Everybody was focusing on gold, Everybody was focusing on gold, and my intuition was telling me to just find a way to trade oil. It was telling me to find a way to trade oil, but oil was not something that was on my radar until the war started. So when you just like when you just add a new pair to your this thing, you kind of have to see how it's moving during this time and everything. So that's the whole this thing behind it. Like I added it to my pair, but I wasn't really trading it. If I was trading it, I would have been, I wasn't really in a good place also because of fasting and everything. I don't have the energy and everything, the clarity that I wanted. And now I have found a way to just trade the oil during this volatility. When it breaks, I just buy, and when we test this, I was supposed to take this, but I wasn't really sure about it. I wasn't really sure it's going to move the oil. I wasn't like everybody was monitoring gold instead of oil. That was the mistake that I made. That's the most painful mistake that I make this week, and hopefully next week I don't make the same mistake. So when market was closing today, I got into this buy. I got into this buy on crude oil, and I feel like Trump is still going to attack Iran this weekend. So if he did, we're going to open with the gap, and hopefully the gap pays us. And the Strait of Hormuz, Iran closed that also. So yeah, that's going to be a very interesting stuff also. So this was how I traded last week, and hopefully next week I get better at things that I did, all my mistake. Hopefully next week I get better. So that's the whole idea of making this video, so that I can hold myself accountable, and I can be true to myself here. There's no bullshit in everything I said. Like, I'm just pure truthful to myself here, because this video is not actually for audience, it's actually for me. I'm reflecting on my truths, where I fucked up, and the things that I made, so that I can make improvement. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, if you want to encourage me, drop a like, give me a sub. And yeah, I'll keep posting this every week. I'll keep posting this every week, and I'll also be posting my pre-market analysis also. So yeah, tune in for that one also. See you guys, and thank you. This is stuck by here, clocking out. Peace out.